Welcome back to my channel. I hope you people are getting benefits. And today we are going to do 3 cue cards. And the first one is 13th, and second is 19th, and the third one is 23rd. So let's start with the first one, that is basically 13th, a thing that you bought but did not use much. I've always been interested in buying something new, especially the updated things or updated gadgets. But what happens most of the time is, because of my nature to buy these things as soon as they are available, sometimes I'm unable to use all of them. Similar situation happened with me for about 6 months ago when I decided to buy a watch. Actually, that watch was a very beautiful watch, and I had been saving money for quite a long period of time. And finally I asked my father that I have collected enough money and I really want to buy this watch. And within a new showroom, within my reach, there was a new showroom, and I decided to buy that watch from that showroom. And finally I bought it, and I hardly used it for about 3 days. And what happened next day was that my brother arrived from Canada, and he was arriving back to India after many years, for about 5 to 6 years. So it was really important for me to really meet with him, and he brought a gift for me. Basically this was a smart watch. So smartwatch is really different to the other watches. For example, in case of smartwatch, there are a lot of functions available. For example, you can connect it to your mobile phone. There are other features like it can calculate your heart rate and the number of steps that you stepped today. So there are a lot of features. This is not just limited to watching time. There are a lot of other features. This really impressed me. So I decided to use this watch instead of using the one that I had bought. So this was the reason, because of the updated version, because of the some great facilities available in the smartwatch, and because of the connectivity of this watch to my mobile phone, I decided to use this watch instead of the one that I had bought. So this was the situation when I bought something but did not use much. So let's start with the second cue card. So the second one is talk about a historical period and why does it interest you and why you really want to know about it. So let's again just start with I have always been interested in knowing about historical dates and historical periods, because in this way I can know a lot about historical things that happened in the past. And the best thing about these periods is that there are a lot of things that we can learn, and I can also know that how much we have progressed throughout these years. So similarly, there are a lot of periods that really interest me, but I'm going to talk about a period that I have always interested in. Basically, this is the period of the beginning of the 18th century. This is the period when, especially in the beginning of the 18th century, particularly 1708, this was the time when the 10th Guru of Sikh community, the 10th Guru or 10th leader of Sikh community died. Before he died, he had sacrificed all his family for the safety of others. He brought freedom to them. He was fighting just for bringing prosperity and bringing freedom to others. So there are a lot of things that he had done before he died. The reason why this really interests me, this period really interests me, because there are a lot of tales that are associated with this, and all of them are true. And the thing that really fascinates, that really touches my heart, is when he decided to sacrifice his 4 sons just for bringing freedom to the people. So this is one of the biggest sacrifices that I have ever heard of. This is still one of the biggest sacrifices. So the reason that I really want to know about this period is that I really want to know that what happened at that time, what their actions were, and even I heard that he had sacrificed his mother. So there are a lot of sacrifices that he had done. So this is really something really heart-touching, and there are a lot of things that I want to know what their actions were, and I even heard that they were really happy. So there are a lot of sacrifices because of this interest. I really want to know about this period. And in order to know more about this period, there are a lot of things available. Especially there are many articles that are written on the internet where I can take help, and there are a lot of books. Also, I have you can say decent knowledge about this, but still there are some details that are missing. So I would be able to learn everything regarding this from someone who is superior to me in case of this historical period, and I would be able to learn through books and some internet resources. Start with the 23rd one. So this is the cue card, that what are the things that you usually do well in case of study or work. I've always been interested in making my environment favorable so that I can perform well in case, doesn't matter whether it is my study or work. So there are some things that I usually do in order to improve my efficiency. So here I'm going to talk about the things that I usually do in order to improve my concentration whenever I'm studying. So there are some things. The first one is that I always lock the door, and because I really don't want anyone to interrupt me whenever I'm studying. And then there is a study table, And the reason that I really love to study at my table is because all the things are available there. It doesn't matter whatever I need. For example, all my documents, my passports, or even my computer is there. So whenever I need to search something, I just use my computer. And so this is the thing that I do. And the other thing is that I always switch off my mobile phone. Because what I believe is that if we really want to improve our efficiency in case of concentration, then we need to turn off all the things that are just an attraction for us. And even my friends know that whenever I study, I don't even pick their call. So these friends are really supportive of mine. So because of these qualities, because of the things, I'm able to improve my concentration very well. And sometimes I get bored while studying. Then there is an entertainment system, basically my computer. So there are some things that I use, especially if I get bored. Because what I believe is that whenever you are studying, you need to have a small break. Otherwise, your efficiency will fall. So these are the things that I really do, and these things really work like wonder for me. I've always been able to improve my concentration by incorporating these things in my daily routine. So these are the things that I do, and this is the thing that I'm really good at. So basically, I'm very good at managing things and making the environment suitable according to my need.